What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the FNG Academy. Buck here, former Green Beret, here to help you guys get selected. Alright guys, in this video we're going to answer the question, is the Q course getting soft? That's what we're going to answer. This video is sponsored by 18 Alpha Fitness. If you want to get in shape for selection, whether it's SEALs, Green Berets, or Rangers, you need to be in the best physical condition of your life. So go check out Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness and he will get you right. Make sure you follow his programming, get right, get ready, and be squared away for when you go to selection to increase your chances for success. All right, guys, I hope you have checked out the FNG Academy Store. You still get free shipping up until midnight tonight, and the OG FNG Academy shirt has officially dropped. So go check it out. I hope you guys like the store. We have a lot more coming to it, so it's just going to keep getting better and better. And also, if you read the book, my book, Rising Above, do me a favor, please leave an Amazon review. If you enjoyed it, I really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. Let's get thumbs up on these videos, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned. If you have any interest in living like a Green Beret, going to selection, or just challenging yourself in any way, this is the spot to be. Also, if you like to be entertained, we got shows, wine and rations, and we got more to come. So let's talk about the Q course. Is it easy now? Is it getting soft? I don't know, man. It's hard to say. There's a lot of people that say yes. I get hit up by Green Berets all the time, like, dude, Buck, did you hear this? MOS is first now, and they shortened SUT and they shortened MOS phase. And it's like, it's so irritating to hear that they're shortening the process because they want to get, well, in all honesty, we don't know why command has decided to make these changes. Maybe there's a good logical reason for it and we don't know what that reason is, but it's just frustrating because at the end of the day, we did something like small unit tactics. I saw senior staff sergeants who have been in the military for a long time get too cold and quit. And these are guys that like we look to for guidance and leadership, and they're finding it too difficult and they're quitting on us. And those are the things that we need to find out about people in small unit tactics. That's why it's so difficult. That's why it needs to be what it is. And that's where we saw the true character of a lot of people. Some people with no military experience at all, 18 x-rays, in those hardships, their leadership just really came in and they ended up being beasts and brought the team together and did a great job. So in those hardships is where we found out a lot about people and what they're capable of and what they're going to do in combat. Because you'd be surprised when it's really difficult in training, people start acting the same way when it's really difficult in combat. You know, sometimes it throws a curveball, but a lot of the times you could tell how someone's going to be when it really counts based on the tough training like small unit tactics. So the fact that they shorten that, it irritates me. I'm not going to lie. But what are we going to do about it? And all you Green Berets that are watching this, that you're getting frustrated, trust me, I get it. But I have to remind myself two things. One, guys before us would look at our class. I graduated in 2015. Guys from 2010, 2001, 2002, Vietnam era, whatever. Those guys are going to look at us and be like, 2015, you're barely wet behind the ears. Which is true, I get it. Totally understand and agree 100%. And they probably look at our class in 2015 and were like, throughout 2013, 14, when I was going to selection and then the Q course, they're probably looking at like, that's weak, dude. You guys had all these changes that were weak sauce, and we view you as not as hard as we were. So I don't want to do that to the new classes that are going through, because I guarantee you, if you ask the guys before us, they would do the same to us. So I'm sure the Q course is still difficult. It's still a hard process. Earning a Green Beret will never be an easy thing to do, because there are protectors in there. There are Green Berets, our cadre, and whether command is pushing for them to kick people through or not, those are the ones that are the gatekeepers, and it's up to them to make sure we're still pumping out a quality product. Because at the end of the day, a Green Beret is a product. We are soldiers who are trained a certain way to provide a certain skill set. So what's going to happen if they keep shortening up the process and they make it easier and easier and easier? Well, the product is going to diminish to the point where we've had relationships with other countries for so many years to where it's not just combat. We go over and we train their militaries. We teach them how to shoot, move, communicate. We teach them how to be more like us, and we learn from them and vice versa. Well, if you keep shortening that product, there's the potential that the quality, us as Green Berets, diminishes to the point where we start losing those positive relationships with other countries. We start not performing as well in combat theater. We start doing things subpar because our training and our buildup becomes subpar. So I believe that in that case, the pendulum would have to swing the other way in order to meet the standard that years and years of Green Berets have set for the quality of soldier that we are and we like to be, and the standard that we hold ourselves to. At the same time, we also need to remember, just because you graduate the Q course does not mean you're going to be a successful Green Beret. You are going to go to a team and it's going to be filled with guys that have been around for 5 years, 6 years, team sergeants that have been around for 10, 15 years, and officers that have been around for 6 months. You're going to have that experience on the team. So you still have to prove yourself to those guys. So they should bring you up to speed or get rid of your ass if you're not cutting it. And maybe, I noticed this in the police department, when the cadre just are not able to cut people out early on in the process, all that means, because command wants to kick out higher numbers, right? Because it's always the game, whether it's police department, military. When you're creating something to fill a spot, higher command is always going to focus on the numbers. So all that means is you're kicking the can down the road. So then it's going to be up to team members, staff, training, cadre, if you're in the police department, whatever. Now they're going to have to start kicking those guys out later on, further down the process. Once they've earned the Green Beret, they're not cutting it. Once they put the badge on, they're not cutting it. Now they're getting cut later on down the road. So it's not diminishing. The Green Beret, in my opinion, will not be diminished as long as the gatekeepers, the cadre, the people that have been there for a long time are still holding the highest standards of the new guys, and the new guys still want to learn and are positive and just want to be good Green Berets. Because even if your training wasn't the best, you get there and you pick the most senior guy on the team and you soak up everything he's got and become like a sponge. You could still become a great Green Beret, even if you had some lackluster training in the Q course, because down the road they keep shortening it until it's just not the quality that it used to be. Not saying that's what's happened, but there are some things that have changed that make it pretty frustrating. So as special operations, we owe it to the country and to ourselves to hold each other accountable. Whether command wants to make the decision, they're going to make the decisions that they're going to make, but we still have gatekeepers in the community that don that Green Beret every morning and hold the people around them to a certain standard. So that's all I have to say about that. If anyone's listening, maybe throw out some reasonings why you guys are shortening up the Q course, the pipeline, and what do you think is going to happen to the quality of Green Beret, and how do you plan on remedying that if you see a reduction in quality and output of what Green Berets are putting forth because of the changes in the Q course. That's something that we might have to look into, and the community might have to look into down the road. But that's not my job. I'm just here to help guys and girls get the best shot of getting selected so they could fill the regiment with potential. And then it's those Green Berets who still put on that beret every morning and don that uniform. It's their job to hone them, train them, and turn the rough into the diamond and make good quality Green Berets. All right, guys, I hope that helps. I hope that answers some of your questions. Yes, some of the things have been shortened. Yes, I think the Q course is getting a little soft, but Green Berets are not soft, and they will harden those graduates right the fuck back up once they get to their teams. All right, guys, talk to you next time. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know